Hey you guys, it's Mr. Fleischman again. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to finish up our Simon game. So if you're kind of just if you're in our Exploring Computer Science class, you'll know exactly where we are. If you're not and you're subscribed to my list and this is all looks pretty random to you, I'll go sweep back and do a beginning video on how to start. We started this in class the other day. So let's take a look at what we have. Your program should run as follows. So let's go ahead and run this code. If it doesn't, then we're going to have to go back and kind of check up what's going on. So right now it should flash the sequence, and I'm going to refresh this because I still have some like old output from my serial monitor. So I'm going to refresh the page and I'll show you what your circuit and your code should do so far. We're almost done doing the simulated Simon game. So let's take a look. If we run this simulation, I'm going to also open the code editor and the serial monitor. Okay, so if you look carefully, this button will light up first. So the sequence starts on blue, and if I get the answer right, it'll do blue then red. And you can kind of see it, it's kind of like showing me that I'm getting the answers right. And I think I saw blue, red, red, blue, red, red, green. So blue, red, red, green. And I always make sure and wait till the thing tells me good, keep going. Now, I think right now, so if we get it wrong, if I say blue, then blue, it says wrong, and then I can like keep guessing, and it'll tell me wrong again, and I have to give all these answers, right? And then it'll just go to the next round. So maybe a couple of things we can do real quick. I'm going to give you guys two goals, okay? Our goals are going to be to stop the game when you get it wrong so it starts over, and also to randomly fill this sequence array. So right now it's kind of like it's just a bunch of colors that we decided, okay? And the numbers are 10 through 12. So here's what we're going to do. So let's actually do this thing called, let's actually do the random sequence filler first, okay? I'm changing my mind. I'm sorry. I'm totally being indecisive today. So let's do game over. Okay. So this is way down here. If player answer is not equal to the correct answer, serial println wrong. Okay. So right now that's it. It doesn't actually end the game. So let's actually expand this code a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just doing a one-liner here, I'm going to open a curly brace. After this, hit enter, and then close the curly brace underneath the serial println. So you see how it's on its own little block of code now? We're going to print wrong, and then we're also going to execute a couple of other commands that will kind of like signal that the game is over and you are terrible and the game will start over. How about this? So let's do this. Let's write something called flash red. Okay. This doesn't exist. I'm going to have to write this function. But it'll be easy to write this function. We know how to make things flash. So we're going to flash the red light over and over again to show that it was wrong, and then we'll restart game. Another thing that we'll have to write, right? Restart game doesn't exist. We'll have to actually write that function. Okay? So what is flash red going to do? So flash red is going to be another void function. So let's go down here underneath everything, and we're going to write void flash red. Announcement.
Excuse the interruption. Would Michelle Bukowski please go to room 3508? Ms. Bukowski, please report to room 3508. Thank you.
Life at Shorewood. Here we go. So let's go ahead. Flash red is going to be void flash red. Put your parentheses, your curly brackets. And essentially what we're going to do, let's just flash it 10 times. So for int I, or not int. We could do int, but let's do it. For int I equals 0, I is less than, let's do 10 flashes. I plus plus. So we're going to do 10 flashes. Okay, so take a look at this code if you need to. Slow down the video if you have to. This is how we make a for loop that does something 10 times. We're going to digital write. Red output to high. So that turns it on. Then let's wait just a split second. Delay like 50 milliseconds, or maybe 100. How about that? And then we're going to digital write the same thing, the red output, but to low. So I'm going to copy that line of code, paste it here. Low, all caps, don't forget all caps. And then we want to delay 100. So that should work. So let's check. So if I run this code, start the simulation. Oh, I have problems. Where is it? Restart. Oh yeah, restart game is not ready to go yet. So let's test later. We'll test later. We need to finish this restart game thing. So what does it mean to restart the game? Well, let's do this. I think it's as easy as this. For now, let's do restart game is as simple as we want the round number, right? The round number to go back to 0, right? Because that's what it was at the very beginning of the game, right? Round number was 0, so we want to start that over. Right now, this is all it's going to be. Right now, this is all it's going to be. Well, later on, we're going to randomly fill that sequence again, but right now we should be good to go. This will be more involved here in just a minute, but let's start the sequence. I saw blue, so let's just kind of look at the serial monitor here. Ready? Next round, blue, red. Blue, red, red. So should I get one wrong? How about I say blue, blue, right? It flashes the red light at me, and then it starts over, and then it says starting a new game, right? Blue. Maybe we should also like print a little message in here that the game has started over, like on the serial monitor. What do you say? Just to be more clear. But that worked. We set the round number to 0. That means everything's going to be good to go. Let's do serial println. Okay, starting over. How about this? Let's just try this once. Blue, 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 red. Blue, red, red. So what if I said blue, blue, and it's just like, oh, wait, blue, blue. There we go. I got it wrong. And then it says, okay, starting over, and then the blue light flashes. And then I'm back at the beginning of the sequence. Blue, red. Blue, red, red. So kind of boring, but I think this is going to work. Blue, red, red, green, blue. What if I said red? Wrong. Okay. I actually kind of missed the blue button, that's why. So right now the game is starting over. One thing I don't really like, maybe I'll fix this real quick. I don't want this video to get too long. I'm going to try to go quickly. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really like when in the show sequence, remember the show sequence? I feel like this is too short. So let's actually make these longer. Let's show the sequence on high for longer. Does this look better? And then like maybe after we get the player response and the round number goes up, we wait a second. How about like can we delay like before we show the next sequence, can we delay like a second and just chill? Okay? This is all stuff that's kind of stylistically going to help you. Let's see. That looks better. Blue. Blue, red. That looks, so that's a little bit better, don't you think? I feel like that first button's kind of broken. It's because I'm clicking around. Blue, red, red. That seems better. Blue. I feel like mine's kind of like messed up right now, but this is working just fine yesterday. Just make sure you watch the serial monitor to make sure that it like gets what you're trying to do. Blue, red, red, green. Okay, I think we're good. So it just looks better and is easier to kind of follow. So I'm going to leave it at that. So stop the simulation. Just make sure you're watching your serial monitor and that it's getting your input. Okay, so how about this? For restart game, it's kind of boring to play the same sequence over and over again. Maybe this one could be the sequence for the first game, but after that you want to change it up. Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out. So restart game, we're going to set the round number to 0, and then I want to also write a function called the fill sequence. So filling the sequence is going to be a new function. So of course you don't have to always function these out, like always make a new function for everything you're doing. I just feel like I might want to use fill sequence again somewhere. So I want to have its instructions somewhere that I can just call fill sequence whenever I want. Maybe this isn't the only time I ever want to fill the sequence. So I want to have this function ready for me anytime I want it. So how about fill sequence? It goes like this. So what we need to do is there are 10 things to fill, right? So for int I equals 0, I is less than 10. Come on, bro. I++. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a random number, and I need it to be between 10 and 12. Okay, so how do we do this? I think it goes like this. So let's see. I had this working the other day. Random between 10 and I have to say 13, I think, because it includes 10. Why am I saying the number between 10 and 12? Do you remember? Because that's what these are. Blue, red, and green are actually the numbers between 10 and 12. So I think it'll include 10, include 11, and include 12, but it'll stop at 13. 13 is the first number that it won't contain. So I think that is going to work, but let's check. I'm actually going to also, I'm going to serial.println the random number. I'm just going to check real quick to see if this works. So what I'm going to do before I do anything else, I'm just going to comment these out. I'm going to the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to comment all this stuff out. You don't have to do this with me. I'm going to see if it really is coming up with the random number. Is it really doing it? It is. Okay, so it's doing it over and over again because it's in the loop. But it really is coming up with the random number between 10 and 12. So that works. So these are, I'm just kind of modeling these things because I want to give you guys strategies to use that you don't feel like you always need me. How do you test? Is that really giving you a random number between 10 and 12? Just go ahead and do something like this. Use your serial monitor to check it out. Okay, how about this? I want to actually set my sequence, which is up here, right? Remember my sequence? I want to set the sequence at I. Here's what we're going to do. Sequence at I equals random number. So essentially, the random number is going to act like blue, green, and red did, because that's what really blue, green, and red really are 10s, 11s, and 12s. So we're going to fill it up every time we lose, and we're going to be good to go. So let's go ahead and play and see if we get a new sequence every time. Let's try. Blue, and then I'm going to wait a second because I know that was a problem last time. Blue, next round. Blue, red, blue. Oh, I kind of held it too long, so that's why. Starting over. Oh, red is the first this time, so it's working. Red, red. Next round, red, red, blue, red, red, blue. So this is definitely a different sequence. Red, red, blue, blue. So what if I get it wrong? Red, red, green. Wrong, so then it flashes this button, right? And then starting over. Now green's the first. So it really is truly randomizing the sequence. So I guess this sequence, this first one, is going to be the initial, the game will be this. I guess we could really honestly just fill the sequence at the beginning of the game. I'll let you guys figure that out if you want. If you don't want your first game to be predictable like this, then just have part of your code fill this sequence for the first game too. What if we win though? What if we win? So how about, it's in here, right? So at some point, the round number, I guess on round number 9, right? Round number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If round number is 10, I'm sorry, round number 10, of course. If the round number is 10 and I guessed right, then I win, right? So actually, maybe I should add one more little case here. Else if round number is 10, and if I've gotten to this point, then I'm correct, right? Because wrong answers get caught here. If I'm here and the round number is 10, then maybe what I should do is what should I do? If the round number is 10, similar to flash red and restart game, maybe I should flash green. Or how about a little message, right? It's going to be a lot like if the answer was wrong. Very similar. I didn't mean to do that. I copied like nothing. How about this? So how about println, you win. Game over, flash green. And then restart game. Okay, so flash green is going to be just like flash red. And at this point, some people are watching this and saying, wait a minute, if they're that similar, then why are they two different functions? Well, they shouldn't be, actually. These two should actually be the same function. There should be, if these are that similar, they should be piled into the same function. We get to decide what this is. But we're not at this level. In this class, we're not at the level of factoring functions like that. So this is now called flash green. Remember, feel free to go back, rewind the video, see what I'm doing, copy it down. So are we flashing green and then restarting the game? Okay, this looks good to me. So I'm going to bore you guys through this. I'm going to see if I can win the game. Okay? I'm going to see if I can win the game. And I have a cheat sheet because I know this is how I win. Okay, how about this? Here we go. Start simulation. Let's see if I can win. Blue. Blue, red. So it's not getting that first input very well. I could probably debug that. Blue, red, but always watch your serial monitor. Make sure it's getting what you expect it to be getting. Blue, red, red. So I'm going to bore you guys all the way through this. Please fast forward if you don't want to do it. I want to see if the win function wins. Blue, red, red, green. Blue. So that first one's not going very well. Blue, red, red, green, red. I got a better idea. Watch this. I'm going to start out the round number. I'm already on round number 9. Haha. Should have thought of that earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all 10. That's the whole sequence. Here we go. Blue. Oh, I won. Oh, that didn't work. That was dumb. Do you see what I just did? So I want to actually wait to see. This is not where I should put this. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to redo this video, but I really should. I don't have enough time. That was a really bad place to put the winning screen because basically if you get one single answer right on the 10th round, then it says you win the game. This isn't where I should put this. Oh, come on, bro. I should totally not have this here. This is a terrible place. What we should do is we should probably do it right up here, right? Before we show the next sequence, if the round number increments and we get player responses, and then right here, how about that? If the round number is 10 at this point, then we want to restart the game. Let's try that. Is that a little bit better? I really should probably redo that video. So you don't want to check inside the turn because it'll just do it on the first one you get right on that last round. You want to wait till all the player responses are collected. If the round number was 10 at that point, then it must have mean we won. So let's try that. So right now the round number is 9. It will get incremented to 10. Blue, red, red, green. Okay, here we go. Blue, red, red, green, red, blue, green, blue, red, red. There we go, I win. And I flash the greens. Okay, starting over, now red is beginning. Oh, it works. Okay, so there we are. Sorry, that was totally like convoluted and kind of unprofessional, but I'm not gonna redo the video. I'm sorry you had to sit through that. But this should work. This game starts over. It's a little bit cleaner than what we did in class the other day. Please, I'm just gonna scroll through the code really slowly here. So if you need to pause it at this point to check on why yours might not be working, let me know. I'm going to change this round number back to 0, unless you want to start at round number 9 every time. So check your code with mine, and then remember what your challenge is for class. Your challenge for class is to make this game work for 4 lights and build it on the Arduino. Okay? If you want to leave your Arduinos in a half-built state and put them on my back desk, that's fine with me. But just really, really try to work on this and build this so that it works in real life. Okay? Thanks for your time. Sorry this video turned out so long. I'll see you guys next week. Good luck with Simon and have fun. Talk to you soon.